It's important to know how to trade, pero it's equally important to know how not to trade. So, sa mga gustong matutong mag-trade ng stocks at maiwasan ng mga mistakes na i-share ko sa video na to, let's go! Hi, my name is Christina and I've been making videos about investing and trading in the Philippine stock market. Konti lang siguro itong mistakes na mapapanood nyo sa video na to kasi marami talaga siya. But two things that I want you to walk away with after watching this video. Number one, if you're just starting out, to learn from my mistakes. Huwag nyo nang gayahin. And number two, if you've done it, nakapag-start ka na, medyo familiar yung mga mistakes na mame-mention ko na normal ka. Lahat naman tayo nagkakamali and we get to learn from it. So, let's go. Mistake number one, it's entering a trade because of FOMO. Yung FOMO, ang ibig sabihin niya, fear of missing out. Kumbaga, natatakot ka na maiwanan or mag-miss out ng something na maganda or something na profitable. Na-experience ko din yan na you get tempted na makita mo yung stock na ganito biglang tumaas, biglang umakyat, biglang nag-spike, and the initial reaction is, natatakot ako na maiwan. So that's the first mistake kasi you never want to be trading because of emotion. Sasabihin ko rin na syempre pag nag-trade ka, may emotion talaga kasi may pera ka na nilalagay. But if your decision para pumasok doon sa stock na yon or bumili ng stock na yon is because of the fear of missing out, it could be a costly mistake. So if hindi mo pa na-experience, imagine makakita ka ng stock na ganito, na bigla-bigla siya tumataas ng ganyan. So, ang initial reaction, ang mafe-feel mo, maiiwan ako. So, anong gagawin mo? Bibili ka without any form of analysis and without any form of plan. Tapos, anong mangyayari? Tapos, ganito yung mangyayari. At then also, avoiding FOMO or avoiding fear of missing out, it is easier said than done. Minsan nga, it's hard to realize na it's happening na pala. Pero I want you to remember na hindi ka maiiwan, na walang biyahe, that you have to stick to your strategy, stick to your game plan, and don't change it. If you missed out a breakout point or if you missed out an entry point, tapos biglang lumipad yung stock, you just move on to the next opportunity. Be patient and wait. Alam niyo kung bakit? Alam niyo kung bakit hindi ka maiiwan? Kasi laging may opportunity. It's a lie na maiiwan ka, that you are missing out dahil lagi namang may opportunity na nangyayari. Laging may chance for you to buy a stock. It may not happen all the time. It may not happen every day. Pero nangyayari at nangyayari talaga siya. So, hindi ka maiiwan. Huwag mong ipilit kung hindi para sa'yo. Ay! It's also one of the things na you slowly get better as you gain the experience. The second mistake is putting money more than you can afford. Sa una, ang initial reaction when you try to do the stock market is fear. Parang kabado ka, diba? Pero once you try to do trades, tapos kumita ng sunod-sunod, parang every trade na gawin mo, kumikita. At may certain allocation ka doon na amount per trade, magkakaroon usually ng Superman syndrome. And I also experienced that. Yung for a certain threshold ng capital, parang sunod-sunod na tama yung desisyon mo sa buhay. Parang ganun yung feeling. But then, it's a mistake na dadagdagan yung allocation na yon or yung capital na yon just because meron kang sunod-sunod na winning streaks. Bigyan ka na ng example. Kunyari, nag-enter ka 1,000 pesos. Kunyari, 1,000 pesos, kumikita siya, okay ka ng ganong amount. Siyempre, kumikita siya ng, kunyari, pa 100, yan. 100, 200. So, lumakas yung loob mo dahil kumikita siya eh. So, you put in more money than you can afford. Kunyari, 10,000 pesos. Pero kasi in reality, that's not the amount that you can afford to lose. Nandun ka pa, kunyari, sa threshold na 1,000. So, what you do, you put in 10,000 every trade. And then, what happens is, hindi na ganon naging yung outcome compared to the first one. Kasi syempre, the more you put in, malaki yung gain, pero malaki din yung risk. So what happens is that you panic sell, you freak out, balik na naman tayo dun sa trading with emotions. Kasi guys, trading is not a get-rich job. It's really about growing your account slowly but consistently. The third mistake is not setting a stop loss. Ang usually nangyayari kapag nag-start, and I also experienced this, no, na I enter the trade, tapos alam ko, it's for a trade. Ganda, merong plano, mo, merong kung kailan magbebenta. Pero ang nangyari, nung bumaba yung stock, naging long-term investor. Dahil wala akong stop loss. Meron at the back of my mind, pero hindi ko siya ginawa or hindi ko siya in-execute. Dahil may thinking na, ay hindi, aakyat pa naman yan. If your goal is to buy a stock for long-term investment to get dividends, that's a different story. Dito, I'm talking about you're probably trying out or you're trading stocks for short-term gains. So, if we're talking about trading stocks, there is no reason for you to not to put a stop loss. Bago ka pa man pumasok sa isang trade, you should be able to say na if the price hits or goes down to this certain level, ready ka to cut your losses at magbenta ng palugi. It doesn't matter din kung malaki or maliit yung percentage ng stop loss or yung set na ililimit mo will be dependent sa'yo kung gaano kasakit or if hindi na valid yung trade plan mo or yung bias mo. The next mistake is using too many indicators. Caveat lang na for other traders, I think this works for them. Pero kasi for me, based on my experience, ginawa ko na pag-aralan yung mga maraming indicators na nakikita ko. Yung lahat ng mapanood ko sa internet, parang gumana tong indicator na to, i-add ko. And then itong indicator na to, i-add ko. And then this one, i-add ko na naman. Feeling ko kasi makakatulong sa akin yun. Pero ang nangyari, lalo akong nalito. Kasi imagine you're like a kid in a candy shop, tapos pinapili ka ng parent mo kung ano yung bibilhin. Again, it probably works for other people, for other traders, but based on my experience, it didn't work for me. I realized na pwede naman palang kumita with very minimal indicators. So right now, what I use lang is price action, support and resistance, and simple moving average. The next mistake is trading against the trend. Sa Philippine stock market, dahil mababa ang volume compared sa other market, for beginners, it's just best to just follow the trend. Kung downtrend yung stock, pass. Kung uptrend, sabay ka paakyat. Kung sideways, wait for an opportunity and see indications kung sang direction siya susunod na next, kung mag-uptrend ba siya or magda-downtrend. Kasi sabi nga nila, diba, the trend is your friend until it bends. Caveat din na there are people who trade on a downtrend, they buy on support, but as a beginner, it would really take experience to be able to spot or to trade yung mga setups na ganon. So, for less headaches at hassle, at lalo if you have a full-time job, pwede naman kasi yung simple lang. It will make your life so much simpler if you just follow the trend. The next mistake is napindot yung buy kesa yung sell. Hindi sa akin nangyari, pero may mangilan-ngilan na nag-send sa page natin ng One for the Money na yun yung mistake. Nakakatawa siya kung pag-uusapan natin, pero in real life, if that entails your money na ibibenta mo na siya, pero buy yung na-click mo, tapos nag-average yung price, and then nalusaw yung gain, parang nakakalungkot talaga yon. It's a mistake that you need to avoid. So be careful, double check nyo muna bago kayo mag-click. Usually then yung mga ganyan nangyayari kapag ka nagpa-panic sell. Yung makita mo bigla, tas bigla ka na rin mag-decide na bebenta ko na ba, bebenta ko na ba. Ngayon, pwede mo siyang maiwasan kasi may mga features yung mga broker na tinatawag na conditional orders, kung saan ilalagay mo ng condition kung saan mo siya ibebenta ng palugi kung cut loss or saan mo siya ibebenta ng profit para hindi ka na magkamali ng pintot. But then also, may mga mistakes rin na nag-send sa akin na message na pati yung conditional order, nagkamali din yung condition. So, mali din yung naset. So, be very careful lang, double check nyo bago nyo i-place yung order. Or if na-place nyo na yung order, it's a good practice then to check yung order history, especially if hindi pa kumakagat yung in-enter mo na request para ma-edit mo pa or ma-modify. And then last mistake is the lack of record keeping. If you're a beginner or matagal ka na, it's a good practice na meron kang record ng mga trades. Students nga may record sa school. Sa work nga may performance evaluation. What makes us think na yung trades is wala ding records? Sure, meron kang ledger, meron kang records sa stockbroker mo. Pero kasi ang hindi naka-record doon is yung plano mo, yung feelings mo, may feelings, and all other things that happened even before na nag-trade ka. Mistake ko rin to nung nagsisimula kasi bakit ko naman ire-record? Di ba pag yung initial capital kumita or dumoble na, di ba ibig sabihin goods na yun na yung sign na gumagana yung system. Hindi pala. It's a good habit pala to record the trades and then look back to see what I did good. So I can keep on doing that repeatedly. Pwede ko na siyang ulit-ulitin and then review what I did na may mistakes or may errors and learn from it to not do it again. So pwedeng you take a screenshot of the chart, you can record your screen kung possible, you can write it in a journal, write down bakit ka nag-enter ng trade, ano yung stop loss mo, ano yung take profit mo, and then when you exit, kapag nabenta mo na, write down bakit mo siya binenta, nasa plano ba siya or outside siya of the plano, ano yung naramdaman mo nung binenta mo siya, or even anong naramdaman mo in between na open pa yung position mo ng trade. You can also write yung errors, what you did wrong, and what you did right. Maganda to kasi makikita mo if sinundan mo ba yung initial plan mo. And no matter how much experience you have, you can always improve. Guys, si Kobe nga, nakailang MVP na siya, nakailang championship rings na sila, pero gumigising pa rin siya ng 4 a.m. para mag-drills. So just to recap kung ano-ano yung mga mistakes na na-experience ko and that you can avoid doing. Number 1 is, it's entering a trade because of FOMO or fear of missing out. It's putting more money than you can afford to lose. It's not setting a stop loss. It's using too many indicators. Trading against the trend. Errors in making the order, yung imbes na sell, buy yung nabili, or the other way around, and the lack of record keeping. If you're new here and you want to know how to start trading, you can watch this video next. May mga resources at tutorial din ako. Link is in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Subscribe then if you haven't yet, and I will see you on the next video. God bless po!